What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name's Nathan Hartley, and today I want to share with you my thoughts on Tesla's first quarter analysis. In this video, I'll be talking about 5 different points that they discussed in this conference call and the ones that I think are going to have the largest impact to their business in the future. These features are full self-driving, increased range, growth acceleration, Chinese subsidiaries that were cut, solar roof, and some of my bonus thoughts. And for your convenience, I left timestamps down below if you want to jump to a specific section in the video. The first thing that piqued my interest was full self-driving, or FSD. They were talking about how many different intersections with stoplights and stop signs they're gathering information in every month. Currently, it's only 1 million per month. But as soon as everyone starts going back to work and going back on vacations, they're saying it's going to hop up to 2 billion intersections per month, which is a huge extension to their lead in front of other people who are working on it. They also discussed having full self-driving as a subscription that you might be able to buy by the end of the year. Instead of buying that whole package right off the bat, you'll be able to buy a subscription like you would to Netflix or some other kind of service and unlock those options in your vehicle. Now, they did say that's going to be a little bit more expensive than if you just bought the whole package outright itself, but it does open up the opportunity for people who are leasing vehicles. Increased range is the next point that really piqued my interest. And one of the things that piqued my interest was that the EPA recently rated their Tesla Model S at 391 miles of range. Now, Elon Musk did state that it will reach 400 miles, but when the EPA tested their vehicle, they said that they left it in like a standby mode with the key in the car, and that took 2% off of the battery before they even started the test. So he said whenever they start this back up again and they open their doors for testing, then they will surely reach 400 miles on the Model S. Another gain inside this increased range is the stamping of the Model Y. The whole rear end, which is 3 pieces, they're talking about creating a stamping machine that's going to combine it all into one. Some of the benefits to Tesla is the stamping machine being a lot faster to create that one part than multiple different parts. And another one, because they're doing it in one process, it costs less money and it's a lot faster. So not only are they going to take that and increase their margin with their production of that car and be able to produce more of them, but it's also going to have benefits for us as a consumer. Some of the consumer benefits are going to be you're going to have a lighter vehicle, and a lighter vehicle means you're going to have better battery range. And because it's a lighter vehicle, you're going to have better speed as well. And because it's only one part, you'll actually have less wear and tear in your vehicle because there's less moving parts, which will mean it will break less often. Not to mention that if you have one solid piece, it is a lot stronger, so it will make the car safer. Along with the other battery-saving processes they're implementing, the heat pump really did revolutionize the Model Y and really gives it an extended range during wintertime operations. It even brings up the battery capabilities by putting it within 6 miles of range from the longest version of the Model Y to the longest range version of the Model 3. Now, one of my concerns with one thing that he said was about their growth acceleration. And so I'm just going to play a clip right here and let you guys hear what Elon Musk said. With everything that's going on right now, I was kind of scared about them starting to close down production and stop looking to innovate and create new factories, but he definitely put that to rest.
On new products and expanding the company. And we're really looking forward to being in sometime next year a truly global manufacturer with major factories in North America, China, and Europe, and a capacity of well over 1 million units a year. So there's a tremendous amount to look forward to, and we can't wait to tell you what's going to happen. Thank you.
I don't know if it's just me, but 1 million units a year sounds really good.
To think about our core beliefs and what do we want to do, and we came to the conclusion that that the right move is actually to continue to expand rapidly, continue to invest in the future in new technologies, even though it is risky. And we've talked to some of our key investors, and they support that approach as well. So. I think that there's clearly an uncertain, future ahead. It's a bit of a bumpy road, but I think the long-term prospects are extremely good.
But I'm super stoked about Battery Investor Day being the 3rd week of May, and hopefully they'll release the new Gigafactory in that brief as well. Next, an important part to profitability is China, and everyone knows that they're really ramping up that factory hard. Now, in China recently cut their subsidies, and so what Tesla has done, because they've reached such a high volume, creating more vehicles for a cheaper price, they've been able to lower the cost so they can still qualify for the Chinese subsidies. Now, with these subsidies, Tesla is still going to bring down cost and still going to increase its profit margin because they're still localizing parts for production over there in China. They still haven't gotten their whole supply chain right there localized. I think another thing that people kind of miss is Tesla Solar, and Tesla Solar is going up. It is really going to help out their business model, and I think it's going to be just as big as their cars. They are having a lot of interest from other places besides North America, including major interest in China. Now, before this whole pandemic happened, they had ramped up their Gigafactory Buffalo in New York to 1,000 roofs of Creation solar tiles per week. And the only restriction in that solar business is not demand whatsoever. It actually happens to be training and hiring installers up to 1,000 teams and beyond so they can install 1,000 roofs per week at a constant run rate, and they think they can hit that within the next year. And my bonus thoughts that I got from this whole Q1 earnings was the fact that he is wanting to build an air conditioning unit, but he did talk about how he has too many irons in the fire, and so he really wants to put that on the back burner until he pushes out the Cybertruck, till he pushes out a lot of these other things. So I would say that that's something that could be down the pipeline, but it's going to be another 2 to 3 years. He also did talk about the filters that are going to be in that are going to be hospital grade. And those hospital grade filters you can already see in the Model S and the Model X. He also did include that he's thinking about putting those HEPA grade filters into the Model Y and the Model 3, which everyone would really, really appreciate. Now, I want you guys to just develop your own opinion based off this information. I want you guys to do your research and help me help you by commenting down in the section below. I really appreciate your guys' support. Thank you, everyone.